Hello, it's Sandra from One Life Holistics, and today's workout is going to be yoga for stiffness of the body. It's going to be seated on the mat the whole time. It's a nice short stretch that you could do at any time of the day, but in particularly if you have stiff upper body, it's really, really good just to spend a few minutes just to stretch that out. So come into a comfortable seated position. Now that might be using a blanket underneath to kind of prop yourself up if you feel you can't get your knees down too close to the mat. You want to raise your hips up slightly, and that'll allow them to come down gently without causing any issues to the knees. And we're going to just try and focus on stretching up through the back. So without tension, you're going to breathe in and just create a nice long back. And as you exhale, drop those shoulders down and just start to notice how your body feels today. Start to notice the breath, your inhalation and your exhalation. Just calming the breath down, feeling the sensations of the body. Trying to have a treatment of observing how we feel and allowing yourself to feel those feelings. Just sit with them in your body, in your mind, connecting your breath, your physical body, the thoughts going on in your mind. Just trying to connect them all just as we sit for a moment or two. And then gently just drop your chin towards your chest. Feeling a nice stretch now at the back of your neck. See if you can drop your shoulders down your back just a little bit more. And you might feel a little stretch at the lower back as well. The lower back and the cervical spine are both sympathetic to each other, so when you move one, the other automatically moves. With each exhale, seeing if you can drop your chin that little bit more, and just resting here for a moment. And slowly bringing your chin back up, head in line with the rest of the spine. We're going to bring the hands together in front of us and inhale the arms down, around and up. If it's comfortable, you can look up at your hands. Then turn the palms away and you're going to push the air away as you straighten out the arms and come back to prayer. Again, inhale the arms all the way up and exhale back down to prayer. Once more, inhale up. This time, exhale your arms halfway. We're going to bring the right arm to catch hold of the left ear, and then inhale, stretch through the spine, nice long spine. Exhale, allow the right ear fall towards the right shoulder. So you're getting a nice stretch, side of the head, side of the neck. Drop your shoulder as much as you can and then stretch your left hand away from your body. Feel that stretch go all the way down to your fingertips. Then you can move your chins just very gently, left and right. Find where you need to stretch out and then hold that position and breathe into that space. We're really trying to tune into how our body feels and what we can do to help it feel even better. And inhale very slowly back to center. Release the arms. Just turn the hands up towards the ceiling and inhale all the way up. Exhale again to halfway. This time you're going to push the right hand fingers away from you. Raise your left arm up, catch hold of your right ear, and slowly bring the left ear to the left shoulder. So you're not pulling on the head, it's just a gentle holding of the head so that you can feel that lovely stretch coming down the right side of your neck now into your shoulders. See if you can drop that shoulder even more. Push your right hand away from you. Observing any sensation you're feeling. Just one more breath here. And then very smoothly allowing the head to come back to center. Inhale, turn the hands up towards the ceiling. Exhale, drop the left hand to the left side of the mat. We're going to inhale and straighten up through the spine. Exhale, allow your left side fall towards the left. You're stretching that right arm up by your ear as much as you can. Now make sure your right glute doesn't lift off the mat. We want to equally push both glutes into the mat. So you should be getting a nice side body stretch here on the right side. If you're comfortable to go further, then pull your shoulder blades towards each other. Push the upper arm away from you and see if you can turn your head to look up at your arm. You can bend the elbow gently if you need to, or you can stretch it up above your head and then pushing that shoulder. So you're now stretching across the chest as well, just opening across the chest. One more breath here. And then inhale, both arms up to the air. Exhale, back down. This time position your right hand just behind your glute or out to the side, wherever is most comfortable for you. Inhale, straighten up through the spine. Breathe in, raise up the left hand this time, and then just gently pushing into your right hand, come on over towards the right. So you're getting a left body stretch here, side body, pushing both those glutes into the mat. Keep breathing here. One more breath. And then inhaling, both arms up, dropping the hands in front of you. You're going to keep a nice upright spine as you just finger walk your hands away from you on the mat. Now, keeping your spine nice and long for as long as you can. And then when you feel like you've gotten as far as you can, bring the chin to the chest and allow your chest fall towards the mat. Now you can always stay on your fingertips, or you can drop your forearms to the mat and tuck that chin in towards your chest. Breathe into your lower back. Breathe into your glutes. And slowly up onto your fingertips. Walk the hands back towards your leg before you bring your head up. Let the head be the last thing to raise up. Bring your hands behind you, fingertips facing your glutes. We're going to stretch those shoulders back, so we're opening up across the chest here. Now for some of you that might be sufficient. If it is, you stay there. If you want to go a step further, push into your hands, pull the shoulders back, and then lift your hips up towards the ceiling. If that's good, you can drop your head back for 3, 2, 1, and then very slowly release the glutes back towards the mat. You can loosen out the legs, just shake them out. Great. Now as we come back to seated position, we want the opposite shin to now come in front. Often we just fall back into our natural habit of sitting. We want to see if we can now get out of our comfort zone, see how the other side feels. So just taking a moment now, resettle yourself there. And then we're going to breathe and bring Our left shoulder towards the left knee. Inhaling still, coming towards the center, going to the right. And as you exhale, you're going to hollow out your belly round the back and just do a couple of ladles where we're stretching through the spine. So you really want to feel through the spine here. We're opening out the chest. And just one more. And back to center, bringing the chin and the head back up. Bring the hands in front. We're going to inhale all the way up again. Exhale, come back to prayer. Inhale up. Exhale, back to prayer. Inhale up. This time drop your left hand again behind you, and we're going to inhale, stretch your right hand up in the air, and again come into your side body stretch. So feel through your glutes, feel through your right hip, your right side ribs, underneath the armpit, and stretch through that arm, through the fingertips. And while we're here, we're going to now follow our arm like it's just turning around a clock. We're going to follow the hand, looking at our arm as we bring it all the way up again and coming back to our side body stretch. So follow it with your head, looking at your fingertips as we rotate back around. Your left hand is still on the mat. One more turn as we follow it around. Coming back to your side body stretch, and then inhale, both arms up in the air. Drop the right hand, and we'll do the same here. We're going to first come into our side body stretch. So you're stretching those fingers away from you, and then allowing your hand drop towards the right side, the center, coming over to the left as you come back around and come into your side body stretch. So try and make it nice and controlled. We don't want to be speeding through this here. You want to get the full benefits of the stretch. And last one. Back up and side body. And then we'll inhale. The hands up in the air again. Just bring the hands together down into prayer. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, this time drop the fingers down in front of you again. So it might feel different as we go forwards here. You might feel slightly different to you the first time we did it. See what feels better for you, see what feels a little bit more awkward, and then try and breathe into those spaces. So walk your fingertips out for as long as you can keep the nice upright spine. When you feel like you've reached your limit, hollow the belly, bring the chin to the chest, and allow your chest fall towards the floor. Now you can keep your palms on the mat, keep your fingertips, or you can release the forearms to the mat. But don't allow your glutes lift off the mat. We're trying to keep them flush against the mat. And then if you're comfortable, bring your chin towards your chest even more. Breathe into your right glute. Breathe into the lower back. Notice where you're feeling sensations. And then again, leaving the head where it is, come onto your fingertips. Walk the hands back towards your body. Allow the head to be the last thing to come up. Great. So hands go behind you again. We're going to come into that seated camel version we did earlier on. You're going to press into your hands, drop your shoulders behind your back, and squeeze the shoulder blades together. So opening up across the chest. You can either keep your head dropped back, or you can look down your midline of your body. And if you want to go a step further, push into your hips. So you're pushing them away from you and then up towards the ceiling. dropping your head back if that's comfortable for you, but try not bunch the shoulders up around the ears. And take a breath here for 3, 2, 1, and then very slowly releasing back down. So just shake out your legs, sit back into your comfortable seated position, and just allow your hands rest on your knees, and just close your eyes for a moment. If you're not comfortable closing your eyes, just gaze down at your mat, at the floor, and just notice how you feel after these few minutes of exercise. And yoga is all about unity. It's about the joining together of the body, the mind, the spirit. So use your breath to just sink into these feelings. And then gently open your eyes. We'll bring our hands together and we'll say Namaste. Namaste. Thank you everyone for joining me this morning. It's only a short practice. You can always feel free to add on other videos of mine. You can find them at One Life Holistics on Facebook or also on Instagram. I'm also going to be posting more meditations, so you can also find those. So after you've done your practice, it might be nice to lie in Shavasana, so which is basically lying flat on your mat, making yourself comfortable and meditating. Of course, you don't have to have a yoga mat. You don't have to be seated like I am. These kind of exercises can also be done from a chair. So just, use what's available to you and follow your body, follow your instincts. And I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.